Hello again, designers. And today, some of you will probably have finished or finished during class your bridges. There is a evaluation to fill in on yesterday's job, on the Monday, Tuesday job. If you haven't yet completed your bridge, please wait until you have done it to complete that evaluation, even if that means you don't close that job until tomorrow or next week even. Once you've closed that job, then you are on to Think Design. So here on the maps, you need to pull down and choose the Think Design map. And this is what I expect you to complete before you go on to work on the apprenticeship and projects of your choice. Right now, designing your game has been completed. I've done all the videos and quest writing for those. I've done all of the video and quest writing for the sketching jobs that are listed there, although I will be adding more advanced sketching jobs as we go through. That piece you do not have to complete entirely in order to complete the Think Design map. The Design Your quests are the ones that you must complete. Sketching, I would recommend that you keep working on for the entire semester. Start out with the beginning steps. Really understand what he's talking about when he does the warm-ups. He's not talking about sketching 5 or 6 pieces on a A4 size piece of paper. He's talking about loosening your arm up, getting into the flow of making those shapes quickly and repetitively and consistently. You want to take an A3 size sheet of paper, the big ones, and fill it up, overlap the shapes because you've been writing so many shapes on the same piece of paper. The job is to get your arm moving. Work from the shoulder and have the rest of your arm, wrist and elbow, mostly wrist, not moving at all. Elbow just a little bit. Shoulder being where you do most of the movement. This is how it should look when you're making shapes. You should be moving from your shoulder. And do a lot of that on that one piece of paper before you move on. That's the warm-up. It should take 3, 4, 5 minutes before you start sketching stuff for the day. But that gets you into that flow, and the point is to get your arm moving that way. It's not to write those shapes. We know that you can all create a circle on a piece of paper. You can do a triangle and a square. I mean, that's nothing. You guys can all do that already. Whether you think you can do it well or not is a side point. We know you know how to. The sketching warm-up is to practice doing it fluidly, using your whole arm so that you're not doing this kind of thing anymore like we do when we're writing. Get into that secondary mode where you do sketching really well by using your whole arm. Okay, that's the point. I've seen some sketching exercises turned in where somebody did a little A4 piece of paper, a little small there, and they've done like 5 different shapes on the paper. That's not really the exercise. Watch it and really understand it. If it doesn't make sense, come talk to me about it. And then moving on to basic shapes and isometric cubes, you can have lots of fun with sketching, and I will add lots more down here. But there's also tons if you just search up design sketching or design technology sketching on the internet, or just go to Spencer Nugent's site, Sketch a Day. He's got literally dozens and dozens and dozens of videos you can watch to practice sketching and get better at it. And a lot of his videos are more advanced than I can do, but I can pick up at least one tip from every sketching video that I watch and try to work along with him as he's doing his sketch and pause it and see what I'm doing and see what he's doing that's different, that's more powerful and more professional than what I'm doing. Every time I watch him and practice with him, I get better at my own sketching. So these are resources that you can use anytime, anywhere, at home, here in class. You don't have to wait for me to build those sketching. But back to Think Design. These 4, design your game, tools, project, and class, you do need to complete fully before you move on to doing your own projects, doing your apprenticeship. But I haven't yet completed all of the jobs in design your tools and design your project. So if you get to a job that just says, don't do this, look for a different one. If you run out of things to do here, let me know. And if you've done everything else on this page, I can help you do a one-on-one for different jobs so you can keep moving forward. I don't want to stop you, but I am not quite finished building everything here yet, so bear with me.